Hey everybody, this is Joel and
Paul
from Moving to Mexi.co. Bienvenidos a nuestro canal. Bienvenidos to, where are we, kids?
Tequila.
Can you say it with a little more emphasis?
Tequila.
Oh, that's a little better. That's still pretty weak. Anyways, bienvenidos. We are in Tequila, Jalisco. You've seen us here before. It's one of our favorite towns. I always don't know what to call it.
I call it Tequila.
No, I know, but like, is Tequila a town or a city?
Well, it's a pueblo.
It's a pueblo.
Because it is a pueblo Mexico.
Right. But like, you know, Guadalajara would be a ciudad. It wouldn't be a pueblo.
Correcto.
So what makes a Mexican pueblo a pueblo versus a ciudad? That's one of our questions today. So as we're kind of rolling, NJ's going to do some Googling. We're going to figure that out because I actually don't even know the answer.
And NJ is now Joe Rogan's Jamie.
Yeah.
Pull that up.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Hey, you know what? I think we ate here before. This is where I said pool tricks.
It's gonna go pool tricks.
Oh yeah, and they're burning garbage.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
Look at these guys like, let's roast a hot dog, man.
No, they're not. They were waiting for a bus.
Okay.
I don't think they had any hot dogs on their mind.
Well, you know, that was kind of...
But
I thought at the moment.
yeah. No,
I mean, but they may have been considering it because the girl just lit the fire.
Honestly, if you would have offered them hot dogs, they probably
Do
would
you
have
think they would have roasted that on the open fire?
For sure.
Any luck pulling that up? What makes a Mexican pueblo a pueblo versus
Yeah,
a
NJ, what's
ciudad?
going on, dude?
I think there's no real difference. It's just like a thing they use to like promote smaller towns and stuff.
Did you look that up, or are you just saying that?
No, I looked it up. It's Wikipedia.
Okay.
Wikipedia is very
The program
accurate.
promotes visiting small rural towns
Okay.
with visitors may see indigenous crafts
Indigenous
and
crafts.
spectacular landscapes.
Okay.
Okay.
Spectacular?
Spectacular.
Oh.
Now, is that
Other
the definition of a pueblo mágico, or that's just a definition of a pueblo? I mean, at the end of the day, a pueblo is a pueblo. You couldn't go into Bucerias and call it a city.
No.
Now, Vallarta, is that a city?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's not a town.
The reason why I would call it a city is because it has an airport and
Yes.
it has multiple hospitals. What else?
And it's got a pretty significant
mall.
population, like I think 250,000 people. NJ, can you pull that up? All right, we got some joggers here.
Yeah, look at these guys.
I wonder if they're chasing that truck.
I think they are.
They're not the.
I think those guys have hot dogs, and these guys are
Okay.
trying to get some.
All right, so we're rolling out Tequila. We had 2 days here. We did some amazing rides, and now you guys are non-cyclists. So like, how was it boring on the highway?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Highway speed bump.
we are on a highway.
Yeah.
And there was a tow pit.
You go from different ecosystems too. Like we started in Platanitos, near San Blas.
Yeah, right at the ocean.
And it was like a tropical rainforest driving through there.
Yeah.
And then we end up out here in Tequila, and all you have is like agave fields and rolling hills, and I don't know. Even some of the areas we went to yesterday, it felt like we were in the desert, right?
Yeah,
like it was cactuses and
we traversed a few ecosystems there.
for sure.
Get ready to take your ticket, or no, actually, you never take a ticket, right?
You ticket.
We always just pay depending on.
Hey, look, there's like a fake guy.
He's a fake guy.
Oh, this is perfect. This means that you get to go through. Guadalajara no paga aquí.
Okay.
All right.
Right on.
And
That's why your face mask.
He's got a face
had
mask.
a face mask
So-
on, had a Cobra Boca on.
A fake.
Fake person.
Fake person had a.
Was wearing a
Cobra. I mean, Mexico's definitely loosening up on the Cubrebocas. So now there's no more law anywhere across the country.
Yeah.
Because even 3 or 4 weeks ago, to fly to I flew to Mexico City, and you had to wear the Cubreboca.
They're not like that anymore?
No.
Oh, good.
So no more masks.
Good.
And still a lot of people in Mexico City were wearing them.
Yeah. They were pretty intense there.
They're pretty intense. And here too, like, I feel bad for the staff.
Right.
Like, we went to a beautiful restaurant yesterday, and every staff was like in a big black mask.
Yeah.
And I think it's also hard for us people who are still, Spanish is not our first language. And you're trying to understand. Number
Yeah,
one,
that adds
it's a
another
noisy,
obstacle,
it's a
right?
noisy situation, restaurant.
Yeah.
Then you have someone with a mask on. You can't see their lips or facial features, and you can't hear them because they're muffled. So I don't know. I just kind of think it's time that even employees, they need to
Take it off.
Yeah, they got to take it off. Anyway, so we're driving out of Tequila right now. We're heading towards Ameca, which is another big town, kind of a farming town. We were going to originally ride from Tequila, but that would have been a 214 kilometer day.
Eddie knew that.
Yeah, pretty good, Eddie. You can be my statistician on the tours.
Yeah.
You'll have all the stats.
Is it statistician or statistician?
I don't know. Yeah, statistician would be someone who analyzes stats, but she would just have all my stats.
Okay.
I am still waking up. I only had
I had 2.
2 coffees.
I'm still feeling sluggish, but I'm better than I was.
I have a question about. See, you say negative 30.
Yeah.
When I grew up, it was always minus. Do you go minus or negative, Paul? Like if it's like minus.
Oh, I'll
3
say
degrees.
negative.
You'll say negative too.
Yeah.
I say minus.
Well, okay, so what's the difference?
Well,
I understand they're both the same thing, but I grew up and everyone always said the weather today is minus 35 in Winnipeg. No one ever said negative 35.
People still say minus. I think on the weather they say minus.
Yeah.
So how come you say negative?
Because it's negative on.
Oh shit, token.
What was that? What'd you say? You said something, Eddie?
All right, well.
We got to the bottom of that.
The bottom of that situation. I know, like we're full of useful information here at movingtomexi.co.
Well, just like the things that we would talk about, people wouldn't necessarily like. They would be like canceled.
Oh, so
Yeah,
like
we get canceled.
So, anyways, so the question is, should Paul and Joel, and we have a new crew. These guys have donated, or they volunteered to donate their time. NJ would be the what the heck would you sound engineer?
Sound engineer.
He said he's Jamie from Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. You kind of like
I'll pull
Jamie
that
from
stuff
Joe
up.
Rogan.
And Eddie, what are you? You're
I'll do
gonna
the
be.
sound effects.
She's a sound effects person.
Sound effects.
Can you do one right now? You did one earlier, and I asked you what it was.
That was going over a speed bump sound effect.
Oh.
Can you do that again?
Well, Paul has it on video.
No,
so
go
you
ahead.
Just like put it in there. I can't do it again without a speed bump. It just doesn't work like that, It's like
I think you're fired.
No, but I have like a little keyboard.
Oh, you have a little keyboard.
Oh, okay. I thought
Bow,
you.
bow, bow. No, what was that? Bow, 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 bow.
Yes,
Paul,
that's what it is now.
Paul looked horrified when I. You just looked at me like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Bow, 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 bow.
No, not at all.
Okay.
But it is now.
All right.
I think that is now the sound effect. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow.
Anyways, the question is, should Paul and Joel and NJ and Eddie do a little spin-off podcast, videocast, whatever you want to call it, where we just talk about what we normally talk about? So you can kind of come into our world in that regards.
Yeah.
Which you may or may not like. So
Right. Yeah.
it would be.
You might just jump in and jump right back out.
Yeah, it'd be
But some
pretty-
people might join us.
Yeah, pretty uncensored.
Yeah.
Or unfiltered.
Right. Let's filter.
Joe Bongino already has that. Joe Bongino.
Joe Bongino?
Yeah, I don't really watch him anymore.
Me neither.
I just got tired. You know what happens? A lot of these guys just keep saying the same old thing.
Yeah. Well,
It's
you
just
run out of things to
tiring.
talk about,
It's just the
right?
same old thing about
Yeah.
the whole woke left and this, that, and the
Oh,
other.
dude. Yeah.
No, I mean,
That's
like,
boring.
it's just. Can't you find something else to
Agreed.
talk about?
Talk about Bigfoot,
Like, we already
right?
know. Yeah, talk about Bigfoot. Comment below. Should we start a offshoot podcast? It's not even going to be anything to do with movingtomexi.co, but
There might be some
well,
overlap
there
for
could be
sure.
some overlap. But would you subscribe? Like, would you
Yeah.
come right over there and subscribe?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like how often we'd do something like that. It's just when we'd have time. I am going to maybe build a studio
Yeah.
in my new basement.
I think we could utilize that.
That could be kind of fun.
Right. We have guests come in,
We could have guests come.
talk to them about whatever they're doing.
Yeah. And we need to have those earmuffs.
Cans.
No, the earphones. Headphones.
Yeah, I know. That's what they call them. Cans.
Cans?
Where are my cans? That's in the business. When you get in the business.
Right.
You say, I need my
see,
cans.
I don't know that there lingo.
Yeah, I'm teaching you right now.
No, we'll do a whole episode on that.
Yeah, just whatever I know, I'm teaching to Joel.
Well, I think that is kind of bringing this video to a wrap. Again, comment below. Should we start that podcast? Would you actually come on over and subscribe? And then maybe if we have enough interest, we'll go ahead and shoot a couple pilots.
I'll tell you what, when we sell Paul's Cafe, when that's done, then we're going to start that podcast.
We'll start the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we also have to hear from the peoples.
Yeah, right?
Because if they say, please don't.
Yeah, then we won't use that as
we just probably won't do
incentive.
it. All right, everybody, thanks again for joining us for another episode here at moveatamexi.co. We are on our way to Ameca. I'm going to be riding my bike today, about 120 kilometers with Phil Guyman and Harry. New Harry.
Mr. Harry.
Mr. Harry.
And our friend Keith.
And our friend Keith. And we'll continue on. We'll shoot a Taco Tuesday later today, I think. Because we're going to be going for some really good tacos today. So stay tuned for that. Nos vemos, hasta luego, and adios desde Jalisco, Mexico.
Your dad has been waking me up by throwing his glasses on the ground every morning.